In modern fitness industry, there is this common advice about diet that if it fits your macros, it's okay. And that your diet should look like you count how much protein you should eat, how much fats you should eat, how much carbohydrates you should eat. And when you make your day fit these three parts, these three macronutrients, you're good. No matter what you eat. If you hit the right numbers of those macronutrients, you're good. Do you know what's wrong with this advice? It's completely fake. Of course, yes, you should keep your macros in certain levels, but it's a really comfortable advice and it's easy to keep this way because you're not told many important things. For example, when I was starting my fitness journey, I've obviously started as if it fits your macros, it's okay, because it's very easy to start this way. When everywhere you look for information, you see this advice. I was literally told that when at the end of the day you know that you've ate not enough carbohydrates and you have to get more to fit your macros, you should eat jelly beans, because in 100 grams of jelly beans there are 70 grams of carbohydrates, so it's easy to, after you eat, for example, 50 grams of them, to hit your carbohydrates easily, and you can do it. But use your common sense now and be smarter than I was before. Do you think that 50 grams of carbohydrates from jelly beans or from ice cream and 50 grams of carbohydrates from rice are the same for your body? Do you really think this? Because that's what they are telling to you. And it's wrong, of course. Except from macronutrients, there are other supplements and other things inside your food. So, an easy advice what to do and how to improve your diet. So, it's not, because when you go with, if it fits your macros, you can literally mess up your whole body. Because, for example, another thought. Big Mac from McDonald's has 26 grams of protein. Do you think it's healthy to eat a Big Mac every day because it has much protein? Of course, it's not. It's a common sense. Because fast foods are made in a way that they're really unhealthy for you. So, things you can do to easily improve your diet. First thing, focus on the amount of sugar you eat. After you look at some certain products, you may be literally frightened about what really is inside of them. In my country, there are some pretty popular protein drinks called Skib. That one bottle has around 20 grams of protein. It's based on milk, but most of them are fruit flavor. And lately I've looked at the label, what exactly is inside of this. In one bottle there is 24 grams of sugar, and it is forced to be healthy for you. Especially when you go to the gym, you should be drinking those so you get your protein right. 24 grams of sugar. It's much. So really look at what you're consuming, and first easy way is to cut your sugar. Not completely, of course. Maybe with time, but just lower it and lower and get it lower and get it lower and get it lower with time. Do it continuously, do it slowly but surely. So maybe after a couple of months or years, you are able to remove sugar from your diet completely. And really look at what's inside your dishes, if they are bought in shop, exactly. Especially because sugar is added to almost everything that is produced It's not natural, it's produced food. Like, if you look at those labels, almost everything has sugar in it. Things that should be salty and are not sweet dishes literally have tens of grams of sugar. I've seen one package of ready to microwave tortillas. Would you expect them to have 17 grams of sugar? Because I wouldn't, but they have. They literally put 17 grams of sugar into tortillas. Just for you. Tortillas, some burritos, something like that. Just for you to eat it, and after you eat something that is very tasty, you almost get addicted to it and want to buy it again. It's the trick they are using against us. Sugar, fats, and salt are the three things that makes stuff tasty. That's where it gets more interesting. One of also pretty common advice in this modern fitness industry is the low-fat diet. But as mentioned, those three things, fats, sugar, and salt, give you the taste. So when you take the fat, they have to add out of these two to the dish for it to be tasty. What do you think they will add? What do you think is very cheap, addictive, and makes stuff tasty? Of course it's sugar, that's why they're adding it. And when you have low fat things in the shop, I'd say that 70-80% of the time they have added in sugar, more than the regular version of would have. Maybe they will not maybe add like a ton of sugar, but there will be more sugar in it. So also avoid these low fat things, because fat is also good for you. You can't cut fat out of your life completely. And that's also the thing that some people are saying. But fats make your hormones work properly and make your body consume vitamins that you give it. So don't go for if it fits your macros, it's okay. That's my common sense advice. If you want to get it further, not only avoiding sugar and like having common sense, make sure that you eat as much of unprocessed food as you can. So fruits, vegetables, nuts, meat, things like that. Of course, don't start making your whole diet this way, because you will fail it after 4 days and go back to what you are eating right now. Also, with time, slowly but surely, implement more and more unprocessed food to your diet. Put an effort to it, and this will thank you in the future. Your body will thank you in the future. And now go make your way to a better future.